Hello, 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 and welcome to the District Download. I am Senator Angela Williams Graves, representing the 21st Senate District, where we do good work on your behalf. And I am so excited to see you. Thank you all for joining us. This is our opportunity every third Wednesday of the month to come to you and share what is going on in the community, what's going on in politics as we get closer to session, our session priorities, and all of the good things that are happening in our community. As we move on and move forward towards our session priorities, we've got a lot of things to share. So I want to make sure that you put this third Wednesdays on your schedule. And during session, we'll actually be coming to you every week. But the goal is to make sure that we are communicating with you and that you know what's going on in the district. And as your representative, you know how me and my team are working to do good work on your behalf. So as we move on, I want to make sure that I really hope you are as excited and stoked as I am. I am stoked about what happened on November 4th. We made history, Virginia. I'm going to tell y'all what, you all understood the assignment. You did the doggone thing, and we made history. We had the first woman elected governor in Virginia with Abigail Spanberger, and we have the first Muslim woman elected to the lieutenant governor's race with Senator Ghazala Hashmi, and our own Hampton Roads, Norfolk boy, our Norfolk Attorney General candidate, Jay Jones, is our Attorney General. And he is also the very first Black Attorney General in the history of the Commonwealth of Virginia. So I just want you to take a moment to let that sink in. And those were not the only good things that happened on November 4th. As we move into our district, we had great candidates that won in our district. All of our candidates for District 21, in terms of House candidates, they all won. And so that would be a big congratulations to Delegate Benita Anthony, Delegate Jackie Glass, Delegate Phil Hernandez, who did the doggone thing, y'all. Okay. I'm just saying, I think he doubled his lead from the last election. He had the same opponent with the same old nonsense, and Phil just stomped him into the ground. And then a big shout out to Delegate Alex Askew, who also won and is a part of our Norfolk delegation. And so I'm really excited about the work that we're going to be doing in this upcoming session as we move into the next phase of what we call governing. We're on the runway to session, and I'm just really, really excited about it. We're working on legislation. This is a budget year, and so I want to make sure that you all know the things that we're doing and the things that we're working on. So please make sure that you are tuned in all of the time to our social media. Make sure that you have signed up for our newsletter. You can visit norfolksenator.com/sign up, and that will take you to our newsletter sign up. Every 2 weeks, we send you out information that's happening in the district that our office is working on. And we also give you some fun stuff in there too. But the goal is to make sure that we are all connected and that we are all engaged. And then during session, just like we change our format for the district download, we do this every week during session. And we also send out our newsletter, our e-newsletter, every week during session. So I want to invite you to make sure that you tune in to the third Wednesday in December. That is going to be a very, very, very packed district download, because we have a lot of information that is going to be taking place as we end the year and as we go into 2026 with all the things that are happening. We want to make sure that you don't miss a beat. So we'll have several announcements next month that will prepare you for the end of the year and that will prepare you for 2026. So the one thing that I want to do today, I don't have a lot for you you today because I am still on cloud nine from our elections, and I'm actually in Richmond, but I'm headed to, I was in Richmond yesterday for the Joint Commission on Flooding, and we're going to post that information so that you can see it. But I'm working really hard with our Hampton Roads partners to ensure that we have money for flooding in the budget in 2026. You all know I often say if 5 drops of rain in Norfolk and we need a rowboat, well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. But if we do nothing, then that's exactly what it's going to be. And that exaggeration is going to come into a reality. But that information is going to be posted on our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter page. And so you'll be able to see that and see what I'm up to. And we'll also put a link on the website as well so that you can go to the session that we had yesterday and see my presentation on flooding, and then see the adaptations of language and bills that are coming from that committee. And so we are truly doing good work on your behalf, and we want to make sure that we continue to do it, not flooding, right? Without the floods. So the last thing I want to say to you is I want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. And I want to encourage you to not fall into the pressure of the quote unquote holidays. All right. It's me and my husband for Thanksgiving. Family's doing stuff. And, I love my family, but they totally let us all off the hook, and everybody's doing their own little thing. And so I might go visit some people in my family and hang out with them for a little bit, but it's basically just me and him. And I said to him probably a couple of days ago, what if we just did like turkey wings? Not a whole turkey. It's just me and you. We don't need a whole turkey. Do we need a whole turkey? We don't need a whole turkey. And he was like, at first he was like, I don't know. But then it was like, well, it is just me and you. Yep, it's just me and you, boo. So why are we cooking all that? Why are we cooking a whole turkey that 3/4 of it is going to go to waste? And before y'all start giving me recipes for leftovers, don't go there. All right. I'm not that big a fan of turkey anyway. And so we're going to do turkey wings, and we're going to do a little bit of macaroni and cheese, and I'm going to do a sweet potato casserole and, some cornbread pudding or whatever. And it's just going to be he and I, and we're going to enjoy our, turkey wings. All right. Watch whatever Thanksgiving TV shows are on. He'll probably be watching Thanksgiving football or whatever. But the thing is that we're not going all out. And the reason we're not going all out is because it's not necessary. And so I want to encourage you to look at your own individual situation and make sure that you're not falling into the trap of having to go all out when it's really not necessary. Thanksgiving is about being grateful. It's about showing gratitude. It's about embracing thankfulness. Think about all of the things that you have to be thankful for. And it doesn't make you better than anybody else. I say this all the time, but for the grace of God, there go I. And I really do believe that nobody is better than anybody. When we cut, we all bleed red. And at some point, we're all going to die. And so none of us are better than any of us, but some of us do have more to be thankful for than others. Some of us have better situations than others. Some of us have more. We just have more. And so instead of, going all out and trying to please people and wasting resources, right? Just consider doing what you need to do, taking peace as a gift, right? And enjoying the day. Enjoy your family. If you got a bunch of folk coming over, I want to know about it. But if you got a bunch of folk coming over and you have and you're cooking, how about turning that into maybe a potluck, so that you don't have to stress yourself out with cooking for everybody? Right? We've kind of perfected that in my family. When we go to somebody's house, we all bring something so that the one person's house it is, they don't have to be responsible for cooking everything. Okay. And we bring some good stuff. I mean, we bring like collard greens, we bring cornbread pudding, we bring macaroni and cheese, we bring chocolate cake, we bring sweet potato pie, we bring candy yams. We bring the things, right? And so it takes a load off. It takes the responsibility for preparing for everyone. It takes that off of them in terms of stress, and it takes that off of them financially. Because if y'all haven't noticed, the price of cheese is going up for that macaroni and cheese, right? So think about that as you move forward into the next couple of days, going into the Thanksgiving season, right? Or the Thanksgiving day, because they done skip Thanksgiving and it's all about Christmas, right? But as we go into the Thanksgiving season and celebrate that day, remember what it is that you have to be thankful for. And I can tell you right now, one of the things that I am most thankful for is the opportunity to represent the 21st Senate District, to represent my hometown, the people of Norfolk, where I was born and raised. Y'all raised me. And I think you raised me right. And I am grateful for the opportunity to be able to represent you from City Council to the House of Delegates and now to the Senate. So, Black Friday. Everybody's got a Black Friday sale. I mean, like they started the Black Friday sales before Black Friday. Like they started the Black Friday. I've gotten emails about Black Friday starts on the 20th. No, it doesn't. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. So Black Friday, shop small or stay home. Shop small or stay home. Support if small businesses have what you need, go the extra mile to support them. Small businesses, I'm a small business owner, shameless plug for Homes by Angela Realty Company. We are a small business. But if the small business has, number one, the items that you want, whatever it is that you need. And number two, they have great customer service. Because I'm a fan of customer service, and I'm not just giving my money to somebody just because they're a small business or a Black business or a purple business, okay? But what you have to do is you got to come correct with your customer service, all right? And so if they're a small business and they deliver quality goods and they deliver quality customer service, go the extra mile to seek them out. It will mean the world to them. All right. It really, really will. It will mean the world to small businesses. If you take your Black Friday dollars that you have already budgeted, okay, and you spend them with small businesses, you will help them to, as the old church folks would say, run on a little while longer. You will help them stay in business. You will help them pay their employees. You will help them to be a thriving business member and economic driver in our community. So let your presence be the present, and let your presence be their gift, all right, for Black Friday. So as we move on, I want to remind you that we have constituent services. We are here for you. If you have any issues, if you need anything, I'm always going to remind you. Now, here's the thing. Here's one of the things in constituent services that we have encountered. We have encountered that folks have an issue. And they've called our office and we have helped them to get an answer. But the answer wasn't the answer that they wanted. And so they're unhappy. And I get that. But sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is that's something that cannot be fixed or changed, or it's that way for a reason. Maybe it doesn't suit your personal individual situation, but for the masses of people that we serve as a commonwealth, it is the best solution or position for us to be able to serve the 8 million people who reside and do business in the Commonwealth. So don't shoot the messenger, all right? We get more yeses. We get far more yeses than we get no's. Okay, we really do. We get far more yeses than we get no's. But sometimes the answer is not what you want to hear. And I apologize that it's not what you want to hear. And that the answer may be that you need a different party, like maybe an attorney. That may be the answer. Okay. And so just know that we are working, my team has a heart of gold. They really, really do. Lisa Barnes, my chief of staff, Lindsay Anderson, my community liaison, they have a heart of gold. And sometimes I think they're going overboard with some of this stuff, but they're like, no, 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 no. We want to make sure that we do everything that we can in order to. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Y'all like it. I love it. Go for it. And they will go all the way. They will follow claims and issues all the way to the end when there is a resolve or an answer. And so just know that no is not always acceptable for us. If it's no, then it's okay. How can we get around that? Or how can we work through that? Or what are our alternatives? But sometimes there just isn't anything else that we can do. We have exhausted all of our options, and we cannot change laws to suit one individual's case. I hope that resonates with somebody out there that's listening and that's paying attention. And so just know to give us a call. Our information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you need us, it's our website is norfolksenator.com. You can send information to a request to info@norfolksenator.com, info@norfolksenator.com, or you can call 757-524-4941, 757-524-4941, extension number 2, and we will do our very best to get you a resolution to your issue. Almost last but not least is donate. We are at the end of the year, and these things, our office doesn't run on wings and prayers. We accept all the prayers, right? But we do have a budget, and we do have to pay folks, and we invest a lot of money into the community in supporting organizations and doing things to help small organizations that are doing the work. That's a heart of mine. That's one of my passions, is the small organizations who are doing the work, that are in the community, that are boots and heels on the ground, right? Doing the work. And we do that, and we do that all year long. And so when you donate to us, not only do you help us to meet our budget goals for paying our staff, but you also help us to meet the needs of other people, because your $5 or $10 or $15 or $20 is combined with somebody else's $5 or $10 or $15 or $20, and together we are able to make a significant impact in the city of Norfolk with local organizations that are doing good work on your behalf, just like we are. So please donate whatever you can during this time of the year. And then the very last thing as we close out is, again, to just say thank you. As we move into the Thanksgiving season, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you. And that slide is coming. Hold on. We got to get it. That thank you slide is coming. But I want to say thank you to everyone who sows into us, whether it is with kind words, because kind words, whether you're saying them to me or about me, mean a lot. They really do. And they mean so much. Even the kind words that you may say that I will never hear, it means a lot. And so we work really hard to be the representatives that you can be proud of, that you can maybe even use as a bar to set, in terms of engagement, but thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for praying for our office, praying for our team, praying that we are covered and that we are well and that we are healthy and that we stay safe. We really appreciate that. There are no words that I can express to you that can adequately acknowledge how much we appreciate that. But we appreciate your prayers and we appreciate your donations. We really, really do. Again, we can't do this work alone, and this work is not cheap. All right. And so we need your donations. We need you to donate whatever it is that you can. And we appreciate you for doing that. And so thank you to all of our donors from $5 to $5,000 and more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then thank you for the opportunity again to represent you, to serve you, to grow. You all watch me grow up here in the city of Norfolk. And I'm a whole grown person now. And I have the privilege of serving and representing you every single day. So until the third Wednesday in December, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I want to remind you that I love you, and I want to remind you that you are a walking, talking, living, breathing miracle. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.